Hey, what's up? This is Guillermo from Angelus Patria. I'm here with the Crypt of Metal-O-Mania.
Hey, this is Kenny from Cruel Bomb. You are listening to Metal-O-Mania. Rock out!
Hey, man. Is that Metal-O-Mania?
Yeah, man.
Well, turn it up.
Alright, fuck it. Alright, let's do this shit.
What am I doing again? I can't remember what I'm doing.
Hi.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Good. Now let's get a look at that tit.
Let's go.
Hey, that's how you open up a metal show, ladies, gentlemen, and Metal-O-Maniacs with a badass jam from Made of Teeth. Those dudes are out of the UK, man. So badass. But we'll get to that in a second. What's up, brother? My brother Tim has joined us for the show, man. What's up, sir?
Good, man. How are you? Happy to be on.
Dude, you're making my day by joining me, man. I'm a fan of you, brother. I'm a fan of you, sir.
Hey, man, I love when I get to interact with my audience, especially like on this level. It's so cool. I mean, that's a filmmaker's dream, is to sit and talk shop with people who dig what they're doing. And it's same with musicians. You know, it's like there's nothing better than ripping a show and talking with the crowd afterwards. You know, that's the greatness of the small horror indie community and the metal community is it's very farm to table, if you will. You know, it's
man.
real, like,
so true.
immediate.
It's very familial. It's very, the family feel.
It says homemade on the label.
Well, and dude, honestly, I know almost every word to your flick at this point, man. I love it. I dove into it. And for those who do not know, though, man, for those who are unenlightened as to what the fuck we're talking about already yet, introduce yourself to the masses that aren't on board. And I promise you by the end of this episode, they will be, sir. They will be. But let them know who you are.
Yeah, my name is Tim Connery. I'm a writer, director, producer out of Iowa. Just released my second feature film, Death to Metal, back in December, Wild Eye releasing. It's been a great run so far. unlike my first feature, this thing has had legs. So it's like every week I'll Google it, look it up on Letterboxd, and there'll be like new reviews popping up. And seriously, that's all you want as a micro film maker is to just find an audience and to see it continue to be appreciated by horror lovers and metal lovers, and some intersecting there it's great. It's kind of like what we predicted, right? It's cool. And I have background in metal too. I grew up in metal bands. I was in 3 different metal bands in early 2000s and early 2010s. So it's I love both communities very much.
Those are my people.
It shows. There are about, a whole bunch of Easter eggs and little cool metal jokes that are thrown in along the way. Lots of cool Slayer references. I broke out my Slayer hat even to talk to you today, man. I haven't worn my old Slayer hat in a while, but in honor of the good Slayer jokes that are replete within the movie and shit, man.
It's Slayer's best fucking album. Shall show no mercy. Dude, what's with you and Slayer?
I enjoyed it very much. And for those keeping score at home, let me just keep them track on how I came across the flick, actually. In-house right now, we're working slower than I anticipated, on a special that will be our metal movie countdown. And we had myself, we had Necrotic Nick from Thralls of Metal, we had DJ Anubis from Metal Tavern Radio, and Mike, the vocalist for the band VHS, who I'm a big fan of, all put our list together. And your movie was a suggestion from Mike, as a matter of fact, from VHS.
Cool.
And I had to do my homework, and I dove in, and dude, I'm telling you, literally from the first moment, I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna love this, dude. And then the bullying scene, and like, I was like, yeah, this is made by a metalhead with love for the genre, man. It shows, brother. So.
Yeah, we, that opening scene, we wanted, I guess like the rule of thumb in horror is you need a hook in the first like 2 minutes, right, and usually it's a kill. And joking around early on, we were kind of writing this thing. We're like, well, we don't, obviously we don't take ourselves too seriously. The movie is supposed to be, watched at like midnight with friends and like a couple 6-packs of beer. Like that's just like what it is. It's a horror comedy. So we decided that our kill was going to be a micro dick pissing on a Bible. So and seeing it in its glory,
yes, and all its glory indeed.
Yeah, that's the villain origin story for our mutated killer priest. So
If I could, I would single-handedly put an end to every one of these sinners. Send them straight down from this earth to bleed fire for an eternity in hell!
So goddamn great, man. So fucking funny, dude. Again, as soon as I saw that, I was like, this is my kind of shit, dude. I have to talk to the guy behind this fucking flick for sure. This kind of project, obviously, being put together, takes kind of a grassroots approach with, I'm sure you had to gather some friends and get them involved, man. Tell me a little bit about that process when you were like, hey, everybody, look, I got this fucking idea. What was your journey, man?
Yeah, well, having a lot of friends in the metal community, in this, it helps. So like finding local bands and props and old band T-shirts and stuff was pretty easy. And we started fundraising the film with a Indiegogo campaign, which I think we ended up raising like $23,000, and it was a pretty fun campaign. We produced like 30 minutes of like little short videos that were kind of keeping the campaign going and trying to be entertaining.
All right, I think you're really gonna like this, but you gotta hear me out a second, okay? So I got the perfect plan. What we're basically gonna do, no, but it's fine. And we're not even gonna really hurt her. What we need to do, not really hurt her? Put her up for like a little ransom and get the fundraisers. We can get a fundraiser started, rolling on this. They're gonna want to save her. I don't know. How much do you really want to know about this? They're gonna feel sorry for her. Is that real fucking gun? Yes, but we're not even. I don't even. This is illegal. I don't even think it's loaded. We're gonna just. Our current backers are not gonna like this. We're gonna lose everything we worked for. Dude, I've got it. Right here, right here. It's time for her to.
Oh my God.
List our backers right there. Who are they?
Oh,
See, what's the next one?
Matthew John Bob.
How much should he donate? Donate some more money, shouldn't he? See? Keep going. What's the next one? Yeah, there you go.
So that was a lot of fun. They're going to be a part of the special features on the Blu-ray disc that's coming out in October. So
I'll be getting that, sir, for sure.
Between the 1st and last of October.
Did you hear that?
And they kind of have their own like storyline to them. But that, and I have a really good, he's one of my best buddies. He runs a haunted house here in the Dubuque area, Dubuque, Iowa. And he plays the mutated priest. So he's the one in the silicone mask, and
cool mask, by the way. I dig it.
Yeah, that's from Immortal Masks. They're great. I actually just got off the phone with one of those dudes at Immortal yesterday for a different upcoming project, and we talked shop for like an hour. So things are moving with the next project.
Stay tuned.
Trent, who's the guy I'm talking about, the haunted house owner, he owns the haunted house Dark Chambers, and me and him got linked up because he wanted to do a commercial back in 2012. He was doing like a zombie themed haunt, and I just knew that he was good with practical effects and that kind of stuff. So him and his team handled all the practical effects, and then he was obviously the mutated priest, because we know that the actual actor Andrew Jessup, who was playing him pre-transform, was like, I don't think he's going to want to be in that suit in June in Iowa in that humidity and stuff. So let's just save him the trouble, and we'll throw Trent in there, and he can sweat his balls off and
I'll split the character. You know. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. But Andrew did come back to re-record the vocals, so that is Andrew's voice and stuff. But so it, the idea of the project stemmed from a joke when we were on kind of a mini tour for my black metal band Nethervoid. I was the vocalist of that band, and I think that little mini tour was probably back in like 2009 or 2008, and it just kind of like spiraled from there. And made my first feature in 2010, 2011. That's called Black Web. That's like serious as a heart attack, drama, sci-fi thing. So way different night and day. And after that experience, I knew I wanted to just do like a 180 and do something fun and frivolous, and just something for me and my buddies, something that won't get old, and we can kind of just enjoy and sit back and laugh about it like years from now.
Fuck yeah. Mission accomplished, brother.
What's that?
Mission accomplished, brother, for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow. That's nicely done.
Kevin Kopus, he was the co-writer. He was also connected in the music scene. He was kind of more in like a rock and roll kind of band, but he loves metal, like especially the old school metal, like the Slayer jokes, and a lot of the older band jokes in there are from him. He kind of came in and injected a bunch of humor into the script that was needed.
Danny, run!
No!
Now, Danny, or no more with Angel for a week.
Kevin runs, I think, like the only video store that's left in Boston.
Wow.
And it's kind of it turned into like a video store / coffee shop / like screening room. The last time I visited him in Boston, he was working on revamping that screening room. So very cool dude. Couldn't have made the film without him. So definitely shout out Kevin.
Kevin, you're a genius.
It took a small army to make this film.
Fuck yeah, it had to, man.
Yeah, it's the 23,000 in cash we had just for the production is nothing.
Right. Oh yeah, for sure.
More than half of that went to just renting equipment, and then the other half went to paying like the lead actors and some of the crew.
We got to push like grandma incinerator shirts and shit, man. What's up? We got to do, you know what I mean? We got to.
Yeah, I know. We did some one-off Graham Incinerator shirts that are laying around somewhere in my office here, back in like the prop room. But yeah, we haven't done any merch yet. I feel like it's like inevitable, like if it continues to have legs, to do like something.
Dude, yeah, that'll hopefully get the next one, man, because Milty can't die, brother. I mean, as we know,
Yeah, no, I have a solid idea for a sequel, whether it gets made or not. and it seems to be resonating with people. We pitched it at our international premiere in London back in November of 2019, and at the Soho International Horror Film Festival, and that was a great time. That audience just loved the film. It was like a small intimate crowd of like 75, and it was the like screened at like 10 p.m. and people had pints, and it was a good time.
Dude, what's cooler than sharing it with people who get it, man? Because
yeah,
it is one of those things where it's one of those movies, which honestly, for people who do get it, we love it even more for that reason. We love that if you don't get it, it ain't for you. You know what I mean? Like, this is our thing. This is, if you don't get it, fuck off. That's kind of the whole point of it even. And
hey, come on. That's our thing.
Dude, but how awesome was it to sit in a room with fucking 75, 80 people who get it? That's got to be an amazing experience, brother.
Yeah, and again, seeing the reviews, continue to come in, the thing that I keep, seeing is whether people liked it or not, they really can tell that it is authentic and was made by people who listen to metal, because I feel like that was like our one thing that we had to live and die by when we made this is like metalheads can sniff out, inauthentic things really quickly. So if it feels like you're pandering or you don't know what you're talking about, like, they're gonna fucking hate it.
Those guys are fucking posers.
I see that all the time with, like, there's that Netflix, I haven't seen it yet, that Netflix movie that came out that was about like the two metalheads in high school.
Crowd. Yeah.
And that's what I kept seeing for reviews of those kind of films. Is like, well, it's fine, but it kind of feels like it's pandering. They don't really know how to write these characters, because at the end of the day, we're metalheads, we listen to fucking metal, but we're just normal fucking people, and some of the nicest people you'll meet, usually.
Despite the whole we look mean, we very rarely are that person, right? Yeah, usually metal.
Yeah, it's a community of great, talented, smart, awesome people. And it was great to have our local scene kind of come together and put this all together. There was I forget what the festival was called. It was in Italy, and they were reviewing the film. This was during the pandemic, so it was like a virtual thing. And they were talking to each other, and they're like, "This movie takes place in," and they're kind of like paused and looked at each other, and they're like, "Every fucking local metal scene everywhere, like, we don't know where this takes place, but it's a local metal scene." And that's exactly what we were going for, is this is its own insulated world in a local small town's metal scene.
What seems to be the problem, guys?
Look, usually we would never ask for this, but we can't find Vinny. He left like a half hour ago. We don't know where he is.
Well, find him.
Come on, man. We've looked all over the neighborhood. We can't find him. Just give us a little more time.
You're supposed to be on 15. I give you your chance at the biggest metal show all year, and this is how you're gonna thank me?
Just give us the second slot, and we'll get all this figured out, all right?
Fine, but I'm cutting your door take in half.
That's what we gotta do.
And I'll give to you guys what I took from them. Happy?
Fuck yeah. We'll take it.
All right, that I can deal with.
Good. Now get your shit and get on the stage.
All right. Guys, we're gonna find this fucking asshole.
Let's go back outside.
I partied with Zane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know that guy. I fucking used to do bong hits with that guy. You know what I mean? I've never met the specific one in your movie, but I mean that, the strength of the characters actually is what I found surprising. The Mariah character is a strong character, a cool character that, you're like, man, I love her. I need one of her in my life. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'll go.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Thanks, Mariah. I'll owe you forever.
I should hope so.
Okay, so the show's tomorrow night. That gives us a little more than 24 hours to get you ready.
Get me ready?
I think it hits on all the levels for metalheads, man. I do. I implore you metalheads out there, if you have not checked out this movie, it's on Tubi. Well, what is the best place for you to make sure that we get another Milty? What's the best place to get people to watch it?
However anyone wants to see it, just
right?
If you Tubi, it's on Tubi free for ads. It's on Vudu free for ads. You can rent it or buy it on like your usual suspects like Amazon, PlayStation Network. If you want,
I bought it on YouTube first.
Yeah, YouTube. Yeah. If you want to pirate it, I don't give a fuck. Just see the goddamn thing. And if you feel implored and you want to support it, a Blu-ray is coming out, and that's probably the best way to support it. That comes out in October, and it's got a lot of special features on it, and that's coming out through Wild Eye as well, our distributor. So, however, just see it. That's all we want. As you know, this isn't how I make money. You know, I do commercial and corporate videos, and that's how I make money. Someday I would love to make money making movies, making horror films. That day hasn't come yet. So the goal, at least at this point, is to get it seen as much as possible and keep those reviews coming in. So that's all I want, really. So just see it. If you love it, if you hate it, write a fucking review, tweet about it, share it. You know, hopefully more people will see it.
And if it speaks to you, right, let everybody know, man.
If you could leave a favorable review on Yelp, that would be greatly appreciated.
And it does speak to me, dude. And I hope that people out there do that. And I hope that I get it, dude. It's a passion project. But yeah, there's nothing more badass than people getting what you're throwing down from the guts, man. And I tell you what, let's play a few songs for everybody. And then we'll come back and let's talk some future plans. Let's talk about a little bit of what's next and where we go from here. And let's play everybody a couple jams, and then we'll bring in our brothers from Rezet, by the way. I'm very excited to bring back Lorenz. We've had Lorenz on the show. If you follow the show, ladies and gentlemen, you've seen him on the show several times. He came in as a part of the Trader Project. He's been on to be a part of the Wolfpack Project. And now he's brand new on the new Rezet release. And we're going to talk to him about it, and I'm looking forward to it. And after all that, come on back and hang out with me and Tim, because we're not done yet. But the first two songs, by the way, we're going to open this up with a little Vicious Blade, some badass, thrashy, crusty shit out of Pennsylvania. Right behind that is some Intoxicated, putting out their first full length, by the way, in over 20 years. So keep your ears peeled and don't go nowhere. We're doing metal on Metal-O-Mania with my main man, Tim.
Oh, give me your hello, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby. Oh, that's a lot. Oh, that's a big load, baby. Oh.
Somebody stuck his blades in all his major organs in alphabetical order.
Well, gentlemen, by all means, I think we ought to have an introspective moment of silence for poor old Tintin.
Memories still are forgotten, but the face are left to feel amidst all of
Till the danger passes. That'll be the bloody day.
It's dead, son. There's no coming back from dead.
What? You jerked off in their house?
Yeah.
Oh, that is sick.
Soy más chingón que ese güey.
And now for something completely different.
And the badassery continues here at Metal-O-Mania, ladies and gentlemen of Metal-O-Maniacs, because I'm joined by two of my brothers. Matter of fact, Lorenz comes back and Ricky for the first time. But what's up, gentlemen? How are you guys doing?
Hey, Chris, thanks for having us again. I appreciate that we can go back to the show like every fucking time. And you're in a good mood. You look super fucking great. You lost some pounds, man.
Yeah, brother. What's up, Ricky? How are you, brother?
Good, good. It's already late in Germany, but never too late for metal, right?
Yeah, that's right. No, metal never sleeps. Well, and for those keeping score at home, my brother Lorenz, shit, you came on the show. This is like your 4th appearance on the show. We go back. The first time you and I talked, I was 450 fucking pounds. So, you know, a little bit different of a look to the things these days, man. But thank you for coming back, man. I appreciate your time very much. And of course, I'm a huge fan of this Rezet stuff, guys, man. Fuck yes.
Cool.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
We've been trying to catch up since, of course, Lorenz stays super busy, man. You're only involved in about 7,000 projects. You're a man after my own heart. You like to stay busy. But let's start by talking about New World Order, man. This EP is officially out now, man. Fuck yeah, and I love it, dudes. Talk to me about this release.
Lorenz.
Well, what can I say? We just did that. New EP, New World Murder, just released that in the end of May, and you can order it everywhere. Maybe just go to our website and order it there so we get some bucks from it.
Yeah.
What can I say? I think we had that talk last time, so how I joined Rezet and joined the band, and we stayed busy like always, and we did the songs, like 4 new songs, especially like one cover, but in a Rezet style. And what can I say? We're walking together, we are like touring together, we're just doing what we have to do, and I think it came out great. And Ricky had a lot of influence on my songwriting there, and we did that all together, and it was just fun. So I can't complain anything about it. And we keep on growing, I think so, or I hope so. And we see it. Like, I'm curious how you listen to the album. You did it.
Yes, sir. Of course. And it's riff heavy, man. You guys, it's innovative. I like that it's fucking got such switch up. Well, what made you go with Fireball is I thought that was an interesting choice as a cover to close the EP too, man. I'm a huge Deep Purple guy, so that spoke to me.
Me too.
There you go.
Our drummer too, and we had the idea of covering it since kind of 10 years since the second record, Civic Nightmares, which is kind of a proggy record, and we listened to a lot of 60s, 70s stuff back then, I remember, but always did. And we always liked covering stuff that's not too obvious. When we started, of course, we did Metallica, Megadeth, the main influences, I can't deny, but never did that on the record. And then on the last EP, 2017, we did Dead Kennedys, because punk is a huge influence for us as well. And this time it was like the other side, like the hard rock stuff, and take both of it, meld it together, and then you have thrash metal, if you will.
Fuck yeah. Honestly, that's why I'm such a huge thrash metal fan. My job, I'm an older cat. I'm probably older. I know I'm old enough to be Lorenz's dad. We just realized, which thanks, Lorenz. I appreciate that information. God damn it. But I think that's why I'm such a thrash guy. I will always go back to my thrash roots. I love, lots of different parts of metal and genres of metal, but thrash is my home, if you will. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's that aesthetic of punk and that thrash combo, because that's where my roots are, man. Well, let's switch gears from them back to you guys. As far as now the EP is out, I know, Lorenz, you got your foot in about 50 different projects always, all the time, but for Rezet specifically, kind of what's next as far as, are you going to be able to start putting together shows? I know we're coming out of a weird time in the world, but are you starting to be able to plan for the future now? Is that
I'm like a permanent member, I guess. I think so. So
well, you better be.
All the contracts, but actually, when I joined the band, it was like the need to do because of different circumstances. And I was happy to help out because we knew each other from different gigs with our different bands, and it's like a family, And we started that out, and I think we're vibing good together. And so I brought some musical ideas to that, showed it to Ricky, and I was like, I would play like that. And he was like, let me jam with that. And we created new songs with old demos from mine, and then we had like alien noises, dead and walking, and it just fitted like the vibe. And I mean, if you just listen like to the Truth album, it was more like maybe a little more heavy thrash, like with a little more heavy metal influences in it. And I'm more that old school Teutonic Thrash guy, so my writing process is a little different, like maybe to haikus or
Lawrence's part was definitely why we're sounding more thrashy again. So like I said, it's natural because it's a new lineup again.
Yeah.
On the other hand, we have a new guitar player who's also on the EP, Fisher, an old friend as well, but he didn't participate in the songwriting. He came into the band when the songwriting was done, so he just played solos. He's the best guitarist I know, coming from classic rock, hard rock, most of it, Purple, Zeppelin, Queen, and even more mellow than that. He loves that. So who knows how the next record will sound? We have me, you have our drummer since the first record, so we're like the force that's, that is Rezet. Then Lorenz came into the picture with a more thrashy stuff again, and then now we have Fisher, who's totally the melodic and Malmsteen and classical music guy. So who knows how the next album will sound? We're just starting to write it, and that's what I love. Just it's an adventure every time,
Fuck yeah, man. Well, when you change the ingredients, you're gonna have a different taste in entree, baby. You know what I mean? And totally. I like that. That's a beautiful thing.
Me too. That's what I love. That's what I love. And like you said, we just played 3 shows with this lineup in the last weeks around this area in Denmark, because we had all this Corona shit. And
fuck.
The last record was good, and then we were like, well, it was last year. We can't tour. 2 people left the band because of reasons, and then. In these last years, there were times where I wanted to kind of quit or was thinking about it. But that last year was like the peak, because 2 left, Corona, no shows, no nothing. And we were like, okay, what am I going to do? Ed and me are alone again. And then Lorenz came, and then Fisher came, and then it made fun again. So we did the EP to just have a sign of life, because a record would last more than a year to produce and stuff. Yeah. And we're just a new band and doing what we love and planning to play some more shows this year, just weekends in Germany probably, and then hit the road next year.
Like 2 or 3 big festival shows coming up.
Next month, festivals, then a show here and there, but focus on writing an album to release next year, and then we're gonna go 100% again.
Yeah. Well, you talked about the best place to get the EP for you guys, and that's important to us here, man. We like to make sure we can do our best to support the badasses out there making the badassery. What is best for you? Where is the best website, or what's the best place for our Metal-O-Maniacs to pick up their copy of New World Murder for the band?
Just go to our homepage, worldwideweb.reset with a Z. .de for Deutschland, and then go to the shop, and you get directed to our shop, and then you get all our merch and the new EP as a bundle with shirt and signed and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to go over there after we talk. Then I got a Lorenz and I have talked before about my t-shirt addiction. Look, I'm showing some Wolfpack love today, baby. I got my man Lorenz. We go back.
But there's still some Rezet missing.
Yeah. Told him before that. Yeah.
Well, look, I got my trader hat and my Wolfpack. But Scully doesn't let me wear I'm not allowed to wear Rezet stuff while I talk to you about Rezet, because Scully says that's too much cocksucking for one interview.
Yeah, it is.
But maybe maybe you can get like a tattoo or something. You can
tattoo on the neck.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, solid on the neck. Yeah, right.
I like it. Well, shit, I'll be picking up a Rezet. Keep an eye out for me. You'll be seeing me in my Rezet shirt very soon, I promise.
Nice.
Well, that's kick-ass, man. Well, what song do you want to play for everybody tonight on the show? What should we kick everybody in the dick with?
Devil's Bride or Alien Noises? What you think?
I don't know. Maybe both.
Both, yeah.
Oh, you know
what? Both do it.
Why not? Let's double bang everybody with a 2 for a Rezet, man. Why not? We can.
I mean, take the Devil's Bride is just a short banger, like 2:30 or something, and Alien Noises is with Schmier from Destruction, which actually is also like on the new Total Thrash movie. We did like the soundtrack for that too, and that's Split Vinyl. So I think the people have to hear that, like what we're doing with Destruction.
Oh,
so,
yeah. Well, how do people pick up a copy of the Total Thrash movie too, man?
Yeah, actually, it's like I think it's sold out, and you can't order it like on a regular basis because there were some like crowdfundings for the movie, and like the supporters got a copy of that, and it's highly limited. And I think, there are only 500 copies of that. It's a 7-inch split vinyl.
Lorenz is talking about the vinyl with our Trade and Reset song, but I think Chris meant the movie. I think it's coming out on Blu-ray in September.
Oh, the movie. Right. I'm sorry. Yeah, the movie there will be.
Give me all that information.
I think it's gonna be released. Like you can order like a DVD or Blu-ray in. Well, let me lie. Maybe September or something. I can ask the director. I'm going to see him tomorrow, so I can ask him again. But actually, there's some arguing going on, like back and forward, for streaming services, so everybody can enjoy that movie. And yeah, we went to the premiere in the end of May in like the capital for thrash metal in Essen. And yeah, we did that red carpet stuff and. With all the fun on it, and
that was insane.
Yeah, that's
going
awesome.
over red carpet and having the TV there and all the radio stations. And I'm like, what am I doing here? I mean, this is crazy. Yeah. You know, we toured the world with big bands and shit, but going on the red carpet with a
that was different, right? Yeah, that was something new.
Oh man, I wish I could have been there for that, dude. That sounds awesome.
It was like a class meeting, like you had at least if you watch the movie, there are at least like I don't know, like let me lie, like 200, 250 people in there, and you know, like 230 of them, like it's like this guy's there in there too, and that's fucking bad. Man, it's like it was super cool. Fun. It's like
it was like
I don't know.
That's so cool, dude.
Yeah, the scene of Germany was there. It was cool.
That's awesome,
the whole thrash scene from Germany.
Fuck yeah! So that officially comes out in September, though, and people will be able to get a copy of that in September.
You can order that like on the Total Thrash website. It's not up for sale right now because of different, purchasing laws with the world and Germany. It's some fucked up shit. But he has like the director. He has like all the movies and their DVD, Blu-ray. And maybe it's going to be later out for streaming too. Oh. But I'm going to, as I said, I'm going to meet Donnie, the director, tomorrow. And I'm going to ask him again. And I'm just going to text you, Chris, so you get the fresh news.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. Keep me in the loop, brother. Well, dude, man, I fucking love you guys. I appreciate your time more than you know, man. I really do. I know it's late for you guys and you're probably trying to get to bed, but let's get everybody to Rezet songs right now to keep them awake while I let you go to bed. Let's use these 2 songs to wake everybody else back up. What do you think?
Yeah, do that. Yeah. And I think you should start with the Devil's Pride and afterwards like Alien Noises, because we got a cool video clip with the Devil's Pride we did in a. That was fun too. There's also crazy stories. Like maybe you tell them, Ricky, because it's a good friend of yours. Like Thorsten did that. Josten, I said Thorsten. Yeah. Like with that Josten guy, and he has that old. What's that? A station? An old abandoned station?
Yeah, he lives in an old train station. It's really like a Texas redneck paradise.
It looks exactly like if you're gonna meet like Mike Myers from
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so
Chainsaw Massacre style, and
big train station, and he's a horror film movie like I am, and so it was obvious we wanted to shoot a horror movie video for the Devil's Bride. It was obvious to shoot it at his place, so we got downstairs in the cellar basement, and yeah, we had a lot of fun shooting that. So yeah, that's
there was something like a thunderstorm coming up, and like everything was shaking super loud.
Everything was underwater, which wasn't planned, and
fuck yeah, I totally forgot about it.
That was mad.
That's awesome. Let's show it to everybody. I'll tell you what, we'll show everybody the final result right now. What do you think?
Yeah, hit it.
Fuck yeah, man. You guys rock, dude. I appreciate it very much.
Hey, this is Lorenz with Rezet, and you're watching Metal-O-Mania with the 2 sexiest guys in the business, the Crypt and Scully.
on your ways, over it seems. Just in your eyes and thinking that it was a dream. Turning around, trembling and weak. The business next to you is smelling like a freak. Too late to hide, you're in her mind. Your sister's left now of a reverse suicide. The devil's bride, the devil's bride, the devil's bride. Shit to you tonight. The devil's bride, the devil's bride, the devil's bride, the devil's bride.
What would you do if you were stuck in one place and every day was exactly the same and nothing that you did mattered?
No, that sums it up for me. Hey everybody, this is Ricky with Rezet, watching Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt and Scully.
I could have been at a barbecue!
Alright, what do you guys think? Come on, it's badass, right?
I mean, What is that?
This is a mutilated Christ right here.
The logo is supposed to be like twice the size of that. I gotta squint to make it out, and most people can't even read metal logos.
Look, I did a great job.
I mean, I thought we talked about telling you the cross was upside down. Did you like design the shirt while you were wearing it and look at it?
Come on, this is metal.
It's awful.
You gotta love those cats in Rezet for coming by, man, dude. I tell you, I've been very lucky that I've been able to talk to Lorenz on the show a few times. I consider that dude Metal-O-Mania family. And thank you for coming by, brother. Thank you for coming by, and thank you, Rick. I appreciate it. And thank you, Metal-O-Maniacs, for hanging out with us and continuing to talk to my brother Tim here with me, man. Dude, again, I'm gonna, by the end of this conversation, I'm gonna try to get all those Metal-O-Maniacs out there to just be harassing you for another project, and fucking, that's my goal here. So I have ulterior motives, my friend.
Tim, don't make me come knock on the door, okay?
But thanks for hanging out. And
yeah, man.
But let's kind of talk about your plans, what you currently have. We've talked the rear view. What do you got in the windshield?
Like what upcoming projects?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What are you?
Yeah.
What are you cooking?
Yeah, I'm cooking. Always am. So my day to day, it's commercial and corporate stuff, so that I can do the fun projects.
Yeah.
So I got one in the pipeline. It's actually an anthology horror film, and it's stories that are kind of Iowa Midwest centric in nature, with their lore and their monsters and that kind of stuff. We have a fourth of it done. It's in the can. We shot that last September. We just got the final sound mix last week.
There's work to be done.
Get it under wraps. So this is like, I think one of the first times I've talked about it like really publicly. Shot it over the course of a week, end of last September. It's great. Turned out great. And this is just like straight horror. So we're going for the scares. We're going for some fucked up weird shit. And we're hoping to shoot the second story of the anthology in October of this year, and then the last segment early in 2023, and then there's like a thread to it, to tie all the things together, probably sometime in late 2023. And it's kind of just been a fun approach to it, because one of the hardest things about doing these projects is fundraising, and or just finding the time to take an entire month out of your life because they take, Death to Metal, we shot, there was 24 days of production, and we did that all in 1 month. It's hard to piecemeal these things because momentum kind of dies down. So
right, for sure.
When I was thinking to myself, this was during the pandemic, I was like, well, because my goal is always to make the next feature. Short films, I don't really see the value in them because it's harder to find an audience. And again, that's everything, is finding an audience.
Sure.
It's like releasing an EP versus an LP. People just aren't drawn to EPs as much as full record. If a full record LP feels like a statement, EP feels like a taste.
It is not enough.
I was like, how can I take all these issues and kind of tackle it? And I was like, what about doing an anthology? I could literally do it piece by piece. They're their own contained stories, but then at the end of it, bill it as a feature and not have this big daunting production and then also this big daunting post-production right away. And financially speaking, you can stretch that out so it's not this huge $100,000 expense right away. You can do it a little bit here and a little bit there, and you can kind of manage cash flow a little bit better. So I'm sure I'm not the first person to do this or think of this or whatever, but I've never heard of anyone doing it like this before. So far, I think it's going good. As long as we stick to our guns and we keep at it and keep chipping away and making the next films, you probably see a release in 2024. And it'll be interesting to not have that big, because that's the biggest thing. Once you take the month out of your life to do the production, and you're like, and it was like this whirlwind with drama and all this behind the scenes shit that happens in indie filmmaking. then you have this like 2-year-long process of post-production, and then submitting it to film festivals, submitting it to distributors, and it's all this shit. Whereas like now it's like, well, I have a fourth of it fucking done, 25 minutes of this film completely done, colored, sound mixed, the score, everything. It's done.
Awesome.
And watch it. I watched it with my fiance last weekend. She saw it for the first time. It was great.
We worked hard on it. It's gonna be good.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited, sir.
Yeah.
I love an anthology too, so I'm very excited. So.
Yeah, and it's fun to be tackling. I love tackling different genres, and it's letting me to dabble like with different subgenres in horror, like folk horror and body horror, and kind of like more psychological ghost kind of horror. So there's a lot of different themes and cool stuff that we're tackling, and I would say 2024 is probably when the public will see it, if I had to guess, if everything goes according to plan.
I can't wait. Keep us in the loop, dude. I'll fly out for a fucking opening. I swear I will, bro. You let me know. I'll be there.
For sure, man.
I'll be there.
Chris, look what you're putting Tim through.
I'm a big anthology fan. In fact, if as our Metal-O-Maniacs know who follow the show, we did a special about 2 years ago where we did our countdown of the best horror anthology movies of all time. So, and that is just the second story, which means
this shit ain't over yet, bitch.
Get into the archives and check it out, ladies and gentlemen, if you missed it. But hey, and maybe we'll have to redo that in a year or two, and we'll see another Tim Connery appearance, because again, to tease the fact that we're working on our metal movie countdown, and Death to Metal is on there. I won't tell anybody where or when it falls and all that, but it made the list. It was brought to our attention by my main man Mike. Let me pose this one at you though. Given a wide open budget, if someone just showed up with the banks wide open and said, "Here's an unlimited check, make your dream happen,"
Yeah.
Do you have something in mind there, or what does that look like coming out of the mind of Mr. Tim Connery, sir?
Yeah, if I had an unlimited budget, I would buy the sequel rights or remake rights to Chopping Mall, and I would do a modern take of it in a, it's really popular in the YouTube community. People like going through like dead malls that are like overgrown and like just trashed and empty and abandoned.
Right.
So I would do Chopping Mall, Dead Mall. We'll say that's the subtitle, and it would be essentially kind of a soft reboot where teens sneak into the dead mall to party and accidentally reactivate the killbots. Pretty just plain straightforward from there. You have the navigating of the dead mall, a cool atmosphere of that, and just crazy 80s robot animatronic gore action. You know what I mean?
That would be goddamn amazing, man. I can see it now. Even a soundtrack of badass 80s metal tunes, but revamped by modern bands. What do you think, dude? Oh,
yeah, let's go. Yeah,
Let's go, brother. Let's go. Hey, I implore you Metal-O-Maniacs out there now, man. You know how we make that vision that he just talked about happen? By picking up our copies of Death to Metal on fucking Blu-ray, by fucking, getting copies of it on Tubi, by leaving reviews for it, man. By, that's how you do it.
Sharing it. Yeah, sharing on social media, whatever. Just getting it known,
if I get the word out, this movie could still be a big hit.
Yeah, dude. So worth it, man. And honestly, dude, I find it inspiring because I feel like metalheads out there who have one of my father's favorite things, rest in peace, Pop. One of my father's favorite things he used to tell me all the time is you combine some nuts and some guts, and you can get a lot of shit done in this world, man. And this is a testament to that, man. This is some nuts and some guts to say, man, I'm going to make this thing happen. And I feel like there are metalheads out there that this should resonate with, and hopefully will inspire to do the same. I'd like to see it start a movement in this regard, because there used to be metal movies was a thing. It was we've kind of lost that along the way, but man, hopefully this will be the beginning of rediscovering some of that, brother, for real.
Yeah, man, it's a real tough thing to tackle and to do, and it's daunting. I mean, much like you know, scrounging your resources together and getting a bunch of personalities together and making, you know, a record. It takes so much passion and love and sweat and nuts and guts, like you said, just to make it happen. Because, you know, at the end of the day, you don't know how it's going to be received or if anyone's going to watch this stupid fucking thing you did. But that's the hope.
Is this on? Is this thing on?
The only driving force is you, you know, you and the talented and passionate people you surround yourself with. And, you know, nothing is guaranteed. So you just gotta be in it for the love of it.
But will somebody please tell me where else you're gonna have this much fucking fun?
You know, that's what we were always saying. It's like, well, if no one watches this, like, that's fine. I know we're going to be watching it, you know, 20, 30 years from now and just be telling stories about, like, remember, you know, that second week, the end of the second week when this and this happened. And, you know, there's so many fun stories surrounding the production of it that I could live off those alone. But it's great to, again, have some legs to it and people are seeing it, you know, like that's a dream, you know.
Why them? Because they're the cops. They have guns.
We don't need any guns. This isn't our first bar fight, little lady.
Dude, I have made a living. I am a fucking talentless hack fuck. So I have made a living though, but I recognize my shortcomings. I recognize that about myself. So I've made a living out of coming out here every single week and telling people about other talented motherfuckers that are doing amazing things that must not be missed. And if I'm good at anything, hopefully it is generating that interest. And the result of that will hopefully be I need more Milty. I need Chopping Mall 2, a Dead Mall. I need, you know, these things are, you know, I'm salivating at the thought of them, sir. So
yeah, man, it's like the idea we had for Death to Metal, Death to Metal.
To Metal, yeah, there you go.
It's like you have to pick like one or the other because like the idea we had for that also happens in a mall. Probably because I'm never gonna be able to get the rights to fucking Chopping Mall 2, and I just want to do a mall horror film because I love mall horror films.
Me too.
It's like
dude.
talk about subgenres getting small and smaller.
That's our niche. That's our market.
The idea was I'll give the real quick and dirty pitch on it.
Give it to me.
Takes place on Good Friday, which there was a Good Friday horror film here recently with Bruce Campbell, I think, right?
Oh,
I haven't seen
right.
that yet, but so it takes place on Good Friday in a mall. And
that one was Black Friday. So yeah, go ahead. Right.
Oh, Black Friday. I'm sorry. It takes place on Black Friday. I don't know why I was saying. Well, I was saying Good Friday because I had Good Friday in the mind because Death to Metal used to be called Good Friday.
Oh, awesome.
So, anywho, takes place on Black Friday in a mall, and Milton has followers, you know, and he has baptized them in the toxic sludge that transformed him, and so he's got his own apostles, essentially, that have different powers, different mutations. They all have their own thing going on, and he takes his apostles to a mall on Black Friday to wage war on the sinners, you know, only to find a mall that's not very, you know, it's like there's hardly any stores and shit. So it's very underwhelming, but kind of much, you know, echoing and rhyming with, the little metal show where there's not a ton of people, but there's, you know, enough. Ryan Rammer is there with his son, who is older, doesn't like metal. So they're kind of bumping heads, right? But he has his son with him.
Good. So I will definitely need my #1 satanic thrash killer there to help me out. You up for the challenge, Dark Lord Danny?
Yeah.
Good.
He has made a concept album along with writing a book, and he's there to sign copies of this about his heroic antics on the during the Holy Saturday Metal Massacre.
Divine intervention, motherfuckers!
This is the best metal show ever, Daddy!
So, of course, there's all these stories converge, much like the first film, and mayhem ensues at the mall. So,
oh my god, dude, I love this. This must happen, brother. So, anything we can do to help, man. You set up a GoFundMe, I'm in. Let me know, brother. Whatever we gotta do.
I'll keep you posted. It probably happen after this anthology. We'll see, though. I don't know how the film's doing financially. I don't get a report until September from Wild Eyes. you know, the filmmaker distributor collaboration, which has been great with Wild Eyes so far, is still kind of disconnected. You know, in which by design, like they have hundreds of films that they're micromanaging, and you know, they can't send out a monthly report. It just doesn't make any sense. So I don't know. We'll see how things are doing. I would be shocked if we even make our money back. Well, but that would be dope.
Do you have a couple of bucks I could borrow?
If we did, it would just go into another fucking film, because that's like the whole reason we do this, is just make the next one. Like that's always my mantra. Yeah, always got to have something in the pipeline. If you don't, like you're failing yourself, failing your art. So yeah,
that's right, brother. You got to keep your nose to the grind, man. Oh, dude, I'm gonna make it my passion project to help fuel your passion project, and then you just got to kill me in it or something. There you go.
Yeah, I'll do that. There's a couple people. One guy who we had that as like one of our perks, which is like kind of like you see that a lot nowadays, where the perk is like $500 and we'll fucking kill you on screen, right?
Oh fuck yeah, that's awesome.
And the guy that got I forget what his name is, killed with the symbol.
Oh yeah, awesome.
He was like one of the like only like 2 or 3 people that signed up for that, and he came up from like Kansas City, showed up that day, like doesn't look like a metalhead. I don't even know if he was a metalhead or if he's just a horror fan. Didn't say much, super shy dude, but like when the time to come was, to like put over him and do, attaches this symbol to him, he was like all about it.
That's awesome, dude. Those dudes are awesome. Those dudes are worth their weight in gold right there.
Yep.
That's good shit. Oh yeah, well fuck, you got to kill the Metal-O-Mania guy, man. So fuck.
Yeah, man, I'll get you in there. You're you're one of Ryan Rammer's biggest fans. You came to get the concept out. I've been waiting for this, and I don't know, a couple apostles come out of nowhere and take you and drown you in the fountain or something, the mall fountain. I don't know, rip your jaw off or something.
Oh yeah, dude, I love it, brother. I love where your brain's at. I wish you lived closer, man. I'd hang out with you all the time and force you to listen to my bullshit. But
yeah, dude.
But dude, I love you for doing this, man. I appreciate it. I reached out to you. Honestly, as soon as I saw the film, I was like, dude, I got to reach out to the guy behind this, man. This is a kindred spirit of mine with the Inside Slayer jokes and everything else. And I'm glad I did, man. I appreciate you doing this. Could I talk you into perhaps joining me again in a future episode and talking some shit and keeping us updated on what you're doing?
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Thank you, Tim.
I would love to talk more music stuff, and because I have a lot to, I probably listen to music more than I watch movies, and I think that's a symptom of movies being my like day to day essentially. Right. So it's like I don't go home and turn on a TV show. I go home and put a record on. Like that's my way to unwind. Like if I'm gonna watch something, I usually go to the theater, so it's more of like an experience. Music is, like when I'm in the car, it's like, I always got to have music going loud. Can I plug a record that I've just been fucking digging so much?
Please do. I was just thinking, man, I talked so much to you about the movie stuff. Yeah, we're on a metal show, and I failed to get into your metal roots or any of that. So
yeah,
it's mandatory that you return. Yeah, what you got? Oh, yeah.
This White Ward record, False Light, out of Ukraine, atmospheric black metal. I think I read a review. And I was telling my buddy this, and he screenshotted a review. I'm not sure where it was from, but I texted him the night before I got this, because I got it 2 days early before the release, and I said, "Dude, it's like these guys listened to the assassination of Julius Caesar and decided to just black metal the fuck out of it." And then he screenshotted a review that said, "It's like if New Over decided to make a record that sounds like Old Over," or something like that.
Right there in the wheelhouse. Dude,
yeah, saxophone in metal. I love saxophone in metal when it's done right, and the whole package too. If you're into vinyl, is so fucking cool. There's some great photos in it and stuff, and yeah, it's probably my album. And we're only like halfway through the year, obviously, but man, yeah, it's a fucking killer record.
I love that record.
Me too.
I just had a friend while we were sitting here 31 minutes ago. That entire White Ward record is fucking is so fucking good.
Oh, well, shit, I know what I'm doing. Later in the day after the show's over, I know what I'm doing is fucking checking it out, brother, for sure.
Yeah, it's
from the
good,
Ukraine,
man.
even, right? You said
Ukraine.
that?
Yep.
Wow. Okay, that's a little bit of a hot spot in the world at the moment, I would say. So
it is. Yeah. I forget how. I want to say Bluetooth Nord. They recommended the album. They shared it on their Facebook. Like when one of the singles came out, Chronos, I think the song was called.
Uh-oh.
And I really dug the cover art, which not so much anymore is how you choose music, but like back in the day in record stores, like oftentimes you're just blind buying shit based on the cover art.
Oh,
so I saw them share the YouTube link and it had the cover art, and I was like, oh, I love that cover art. So I pressed play, and sure as shit, it started off with saxophone and clean vocals, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And then like a minute into the song, it just starts blasting, and oh, dude, I was like, okay, yep,
this is gonna be good.
That's a strong recommendation, sir, and I don't take those lightly, so I'm on it. I'm gonna check that out.
Do it.
I'm if there's one area of metal that I'm a little lacking, it might be black metal. So I'll have to get you to school me up some, man. I'm from the old school thrash days and death. I'm a big death guy, man. I love my death metal. So
yeah, I love it's. I primarily listen to black metal and death metal. And I've been getting a lot more into prog metal the past like couple years, and I'm doing a lot of like backtracking because I just missed a ton of great prog that came out like the last decade. So you need to school me on thrash. That's probably the genre that I'm least versed in, that and probably like the more like punk hardcore metal kind of stuff.
Oh man, come hang out with us every week, brother. I tell you, it's my mission statement. This show started as its main mission being to shut up all the metalheads that say no good metal's been made since like the 80s or something, because it's just not
true.
Yeah, there's amazing metal being made right now. Yeah, amazing.
Don't come here with this bullshit crazy talk.
Yeah, it's probably one of the most, and I listen to a lot of other genres too, probably one of the most innovative genres there is today.
For sure.
Like 10 years ago that might have been hip hop, not anymore. Like it's like some of the things that metal is going through right now is crazy. There's some
structure is crazy,
extreme innovation and extreme looking back on older genres and just like turning it on its head. There's so much music, it's hard to find enough time in the day to listen to it all.
Yeah, dude. I have to have set aside 2 days a week where we literally do nothing but we have a 5-hour section 2 days a week to review all the music coming in to potentially play on the show. So it's crazy. There's lots being made, man. And when as the result of that, we come up with the badass stuff. We make our playlist here. We center a lot on thrash, death, fucking hardcore. We play some black metal and stuff like that, of course, but we tend to start the show thrashy or hardcore-ish, and by the end we're full on death, sometimes brutal death. And I hope you hang out with us in the future, man, because I'll be hanging out and following you, my brother. That's for sure. And I appreciate you hanging out with us for the show tonight too, brother.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me, dude. I'd definitely come back and talk shop more for sure.
Well, we're going to drag you in, hopefully, to do a cameo on our metal movie countdown special in the near future. That's coming up out there, ladies and gentlemen. I promise I'm working on it. It'll be ready soon, hopefully. But we'll drag Tim in on that if I'm able to. And man, hopefully I can get you to come on and we'll just talk some shop on music next time. We'll do a full thing and catch us up on your roots. How about that?
Yeah, dude, we'll trade. You recommend a thrash song and play it, and then I'll recommend a black metal song and we can play it. We can just trade blows like that.
Oh, dude, I can see, dude. Let's do that, man. We occasionally do a special called the Metal Yard where we kind of, we've had some goofy ones. We've done some dedicated to Doom and dedicated to this, that, and the other. Even had one dedicated to songs that were featured on soundtracks. But me and my man Tim could have one where we do exactly that, man. We go thrash and black back and forth, man. That'd be amazing. I'd love to do that.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah. Well, hey, you're stuck with us now, man, because you're Metal-O-Mania family, Tim, and I appreciate you hanging out with us for the show very, very much. And for all of you Metal-O-Maniacs out there, please, I implore you, follow this dude's website, follow this dude's movies, go and watch Death to Metal. go in and just mercilessly harass them to make part 2, and and tell them to come back and hang out with us on Metal-O-Mania, man. For real, I appreciate it, Tim. So we're going to close the show with 2 jams for everybody tonight, man, and they're 2 badass jams. And again, thank you to the guys in Rezet as well for coming and spending the show with us. We appreciate that. Pick up that. New World Murder is the name of that new Rezet release. It's mandatory. Pick it up.
Let's go get it now.
So we're going to close the show with a little Paganizer. We told you guys a couple of months ago they put out that EP, March of the Insane. These dudes are very, very busy because right behind it, these Swedish badass death metalers have this full-length release available for you now. Beyond the Macabre, we're going to play a little jam for you right now called You Are What You Devour. And then on the way out, right before you guys all lock the door and shut out the lights, let's check out a little bit of Mankind Grief. Mankind Grief is some fucking alien-themed deathcore from Barcelona. So send all your thanks to us later for that.
You're welcome.
Tim, you're a madman. I fucking love you, and I'm a fan of what you do, man. For real. Thanks for hanging out, brother.
Thanks, Chris. Later, dude.
We'll see everybody. Don't leave till these songs are over, but then come back next week. And don't forget, in coming weeks, we're going to be talking to Aborted is coming on the show. So we'll see him soon.
Thank you.
Make my alien penis huge? Yes, please.
but different.
They cannot crucify you if your hand is in a fist.
Those dudes are bad dudes.
That's all, bitches.
This just in. Scientists have discovered that once you've been infected by Metal-O-Mania, there is no cure. Contact Scully right away for more and more metal to feed the dragon.